Alright, back again. Today what I want to show you is a real simple, easy way on how to clean some of your old cart systems. For example, this one's Famicom, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, etc. By using some materials that you have at home, and yeah, you can be able to clean it up and get it all working sharply without having to spend a penny. Now, the reason why I've decided to make this video here is I've been watching therealAgerbon recently, and I noticed that he's trying to work on a couple of Sega Genesises that he's having a little bit of difficulty with. It looked like there was some sort of candy or something dropped on the inside, and that's something that usually happens, especially if you have kids, and or if these things were given to kids. You know, kids like to put stuff on the inside of these things, you know, any open spaces they can find, so that's what they do, and then wouldn't you know it, you can't play it anymore. So what we're going to do today is we're going to clean out the points on this, the pins on this, and get it going. And I hope that my good friend Dan, hopefully he can get that Genesis going as well. But first, what you're going to need is you know, just some simplistic things. First thing is a glass of water. All right. Hopefully everybody has water. If you're living out in the country and you know, away from all society, then this is going to be difficult. But you'll need that. You'll also need a white t-shirt. Now, for this t-shirt here, this one was just like, you know, a white undershirt, kind of like the same as like Hanes, I think. Hanes makes some, you know, white undershirts. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, name brand or whatever, just as long as it's thin. Now, you don't want to use anything too thick. That's why I said using a white undershirt is the best. It can be an old one that you have that's got some holes in it. It can be one that's changing color, that's just been sitting around. Key point is that it's clean. You know, you don't want to be using something dirty. It's just going to make the problem worse. And last, what you'll need is something like this. Now, this is an old work badge, which I no longer need, but this badge itself is made out of some pretty durable plastic. So I'm pretty sure you can find something like this in like different forms, maybe a library card. I don't go to the library very much, so I don't think I have one of those. A library card, discount card, some sort of gift card that you no longer use, Best Buy card, something that's got a little bit of, you know, thickness on it. I would recommend using a credit card, an old credit card, but the one thing about a credit card is it usually has the lettering and the numbering that pops out, so it might not work very well, and it's not my #1 choice. But something like this would be great. And if you can remember, when the Nintendo first came out, what they used to have is they used to have these Nintendo pin cleaning kits. What they would look like is a basic Nintendo cartridge, but you could take them apart. I think they were pink in color, if I remember right. I'm not sure. But on the end, instead of having the circuit board, it had a thin piece of plastic, which is very similar to this. And on that thin piece of plastic, there were inserts that you could slide over, and I think they just kind of slid over the end, and they were just like a cotton towel or something like that. And what you would do is you would take a little bit of water and you'd wipe down one side and wipe down the other side, and, you know, and make sure, you know, just half of it got wet, and you would put it in your system. You'd pull in and out a couple of times, and then what you'd do is you'd flip it over and you do it with the other side, and voila, you know, your system, the points would be clean, and you would no longer have to worry about blowing on it or, you know, the flashing red light, anything like that. We're going to do the same thing here, only like I said, it's not going to cost you a penny, right? So we're going to take our card, and I'm going to wrap it in this, this old t-shirt here, and one thing that you'll notice, here I'm using a Famicom, right? So it might be a little bit different with the Genesis or with the Super Nintendo, but you can use it for all. If I go to put this card in, just like this, you'll notice that it's bigger than the space. So one of two things that you can do is, if you want to, you can cut and trim this part here to fit in the slot. But I've used this card here for, you know, multiple different systems, so, you know, there's no reason for me to chop it, because what I do is I usually use the end here. So the end will work just fine. You just have to, you know, move it along a couple of times, and but you'll get the same results. But Anyway, we'll take this and, you know, make sure this is a thin shirt. If you use something thick, it's probably not going to work out so well. Take our card here. We're going to use a little bit of water. You know, you don't want to douse this thing in water. You know, you just want a little bit of water. I'll move this out of the way here a little bit. And we take our finger, we're going to rub it along the edge on both sides. You want to make sure you get both sides wet. And, you know, don't get it super extra wet. But once you get that a little bit wet, we're going to take our system here. And this is a pretty dirty system in the first place. And we're going to push this in multiple times. So we're going to push it in here and then kind of work it all the way down, down the line, and, you know, pull it, push it, pull it in. Sounds like a dirty video now. Put it in, pull it out. Anyway, so, you know, once you do this a few dozen times, one thing that you'll notice if you have a really dirty system is when you go to take a look at it, I don't know, I've already started cleaning this one out, but you know, you'll notice that there'll be like a line here, you know, of dirt. Usually it'll be kind of green or blackish, and that'll let you know that you're actually picking up some of the dirt that's on the points. Like I said, I'm in the process of cleaning this one here, so I think I've already gone through these points. But then you'll take and move the rag or the shirt a little bit to a dry area, and make sure this is all dry. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to, you know, put it in and pull it out. I get a kick out of that, just saying that. But anyway, we're going to do this, you know, a few dozen times and make sure that everything's clean. And like I mentioned at the beginning here, you don't want to douse this thing in water. If you do, you're going to have a pool of water that's going to be on the inside there, going to cause yourself more problems. So once you get that done, you know, your contact points, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but you know, they should be kind of sparkly. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the reflection there, but they should be shiny enough. And
but
whoa,
at the moment I'm just trying to take it apart very.
That's actually I was watching therealAgerbon, and this is the this is the video that I'm hoping that he can use to help him clean up that Genesis that he's got. And yeah, here's my TV. I got that all turned on, and these Famicoms here, it's a little bit difficult to get the cassette all lined up because yeah, that feels a little strange.
Carefully and look inside of it and see what's
I don't know
dirty.
how many times I'm going to do this, but there we go. You can definitely feel it click in, but we'll turn on our power here and check that out. Super Mario USA. So, you know, start it up here, choose this, and your screen will be really sharp. I mean, you know, you won't have any sort of lines in your screen or anything like that. But when you, you know, when you go to put it in and play it, it's going to look something like this. So, like I said, there's my PC going nuts. This is going to be a great video. You guys are going to be able to take a piss out of this really easy. Hey Luke, great job, man. You like playing videos on your PC while you're making a video on how to repair stuff, and then you got your Hotmail making sounds. But anyway, this is a really quick video, and I just wanted to make it because, you know, I want to help out some friends as quick as possible. But, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as you can use it, that's most important to me. But like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.